Hi guys, I'm Crystal. I am the voice behind What Was Mommy Thinking, and I want to thank you for coming and spending a little bit of time with me today. If you're new to my channel, I hope you like the content, and I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button down below and join our little community. If you're not new here and you're already a subscriber, I want to thank you for coming back and spending some time with me. And I want to let you know that it's because of my subscribers that I've had the courage to do this video today that I've kind of been dreading doing. A few weeks ago, when I was in one of Chrissy's lives over at the Mom Life, and I was trying to get up the nerve to start a YouTube channel that I've wanted to for years, I asked, well, where do you start? Like, what's your first video? And somebody over there said, just tell your why. Explain why you want to start a YouTube channel, why you're doing this. And I thought about that, and I thought, oh gosh, that's kind of personal, and it kind of makes you vulnerable and really puts you out there. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, yeah, that's a good video to do. So it's just taken me a couple of weeks to get up the courage and to kind of think about narrowing that down and putting it in a way that I could share. So what I've done is I've made a list of my 5 biggest reasons for starting YouTube now, and thought I would share those with you. So if you see me looking down during this, it's because I'm looking at my notes. My first reason, so the number 1 on the list, which doesn't mean it was the biggest reason, but number 1 on the list was I have wanted to do a YouTube channel for so long. I mean years, you guys. And I have been a faithful YouTube subscriber and follower and patron for so long. And I love the platform, and I love the ability to build communities, but I was so incredibly scared. I was scared that I didn't have anything to offer, or that I wouldn't be good enough, or that people were going to be mean, and I have no tolerance for that at all. And another little barrier that I had was that I didn't have a lot of time. We have 3 boys, and we both work full-time outside of the home, so it's pretty busy and crazy around here. But COVID has sort of taken some of those things away and given me more time, and I'll touch on that a little bit more in a minute. And I really didn't have that excuse anymore. And I finally felt like I had met a community over at the Mom Life with Brina and Michelle and Crystal and Wendy and Maggie and all of those people, that it was just like, what, whether I do it the right way or the wrong way, whether I flop or whether I don't, I belong to this great community, and we're gonna get through it together. And so that was the final push for me. Number 2 reason is that my boys are getting older. Our oldest son is 14, our middle son is 12, and my baby is 8. He'll be 9 next week. And they're much more independent, and they don't need me as much, which comes with some struggles. But they're just incredible kids, and my kids got so excited when they thought I was actually going to do this, because they've been telling me I need to do it for a long time. And I was so scared, and I was so nervous, and they just kept pushing. And then when I finally did that first video and put it out there, my older 2 watched it, and their energy and excitement and support blew me away. I was just so motivated by it, and it was so much more than I expected from them, especially teenagers, that it just kind of was like, all right, I don't have anything to lose, because this is great. So I also wanted to start YouTube. My kids are getting older, and time feels like it is going so much faster than it needs to go. And I wanted something that we could look back on as sort of a documentation of times, like what we were doing and what was going on and how our family was at that time. And Sort of like you look back at old photographs and make fun of mom's hair and what dad was wearing and all of that. To be able to have those videos to look back on and have those memories and share those, that's kind of important to me. So that was the other part of my kids growing up reason. Number three is really direct and personal for me because it's all about accountability. I need to be accountable to myself. And as I've gotten a little bit older and started to really get into this whole adulting thing, I've realized that it's nobody else's responsibility to hold me accountable. I have to be accountable for myself. And so for me, this is a way for me to be accountable. Things like budgeting. If I'm doing it and I'm putting videos out there and I'm consistent in my content, then I have to be doing it. I'm also on a weight loss journey, and I promise not to turn this channel into a weight loss channel because, guys, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do, and that's okay too, but I need to be accountable. I need to stick with it and be consistent with it. And there's things in my life that I want to do that I'm going to ask you guys' advice on, about just health and wellness, skincare, makeup, exercise, vitamins, regimens, all these kinds of things that you get so much more out of being a part of a community and hearing what other people's experiences are than you'll ever get on your own. So that was my number 3. So number 4 is a little sensitive for me. As I said, my husband and I both work full-time outside of the home. I'm a nurse, and I have kind of a stressful job, and being a creative person doesn't always fit in with being a nurse, and especially when you do trauma and emergency medicine. So that creative outlet in me, we used that to start a business a couple years ago. So we started a small merchandising business that's home-based and did well enough to supplement and pay for like my kids' travel sports and things like that, and to have a little pocket money, and had no concept of what COVID was going to do to that business. It has essentially wiped us out. And that was my place for creativity and my little outlet and my little thing that I did. My husband is the brain behind everything. He's got a business brain. I'm just creative, and I like to make. So that was a perfect fit for me. We have essentially had no business since April or May. So finding another way to use my creativity so that I didn't get sad or depressed or kind of wallow in that has been really important, and this platform has supplied me with that outlet, and I'm really grateful. And I hope to share some creativity with you guys and show you some things that we do and that I make and that I enjoy doing, and I hope that you guys will do the same, because I'll get just as much joy out of seeing yours. It's really important to me that I focus on the positive and focus on the things that I can control, because if I start thinking about the things that I can't control, that can be a very dark rabbit hole, and I want to stay out of there. Alright, so the 5th and final reason. This is as personal as this video gets. Excuse me. My growing up years, my teen years, college, even most of my 20s, I had a real serious issue with comparing myself to other people, and always feeling like I wasn't good enough, I didn't have enough, I wasn't pretty enough, smart enough at all. And my parents, legitimately, if there was a way to exemplify what parents are supposed to be, my parents are it. My parents are the most amazing to this day parents that any person could ever have. And as I was growing up, they would make sure to encourage me to look past everybody else. And so it sort of became a life motto for me, right? Everybody's got something that they live by. And this, what's on my shirt, this is mine. And the reason is because my whole life growing up, comparing myself to other people, you know, my parents always told me, if you're constantly trying to be like everybody else, you're cheating yourself out of some pretty amazing experiences, and you're cheating the world out of who you really are. And there's a difference to be made out there by you being yourself. If everybody was the same, it would be completely boring and nothing would ever really happen. So be who you are and love who you are and go make a difference. It's going to matter to somebody. It's going to make a difference in somebody's life. It's going to change something for the better. And I started kind of getting that a little bit at a time through life experiences in my young adulthood, and started to kind of see what my parents were saying, but it wasn't until I had my kids in my 30s that it clicked. It was like this light bulb moment, because I saw my babies through a mama's eyes, and I saw how different and beautiful and amazing they are. And in my head, like, I could see how much difference they're going to make in the world, and how much difference they were going to make in my life and my family's life and pretty much anybody that meets them. And they have not disappointed yet. They are incredible. So my message to everybody, and you're going to see it if you stick around and watch videos, it's on my shirt. I had a custom planner cover made. Excuse me. It's all over everything that I own, because I do try to live by it. I am learning to be who I am and use that as a way to make a difference and be positive and support and inspire other people to do the same. So that's a mindset that's hard to adapt to if you're not used to it, and it's taken me years and years and years, and I'm still adapting to it, but it's something that I want to do, and I want to continue to grow. So I've got a ton of stuff that I want to do, and I hope that you'll come along for that journey. I would love for us to build a community here of acceptance and support, and to be kind to one another when no one else is. You know, the world's kind of this crazy place, and it just continues to get crazier, and we need to lift each other up and support each other, because the only way to get through it is together. So stick around, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and leave me some comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.